Guilty teens reacting to unexpected life sentences. Teens do reckless things, sometimes a little too reckless. Today we will be looking at the teens reacting to unexpectedly harsh sentences. First up, we have a 17-year-old who got sentenced to 20 years in prison for plotting her family's murder. They should consider doing a psych evaluation before anything. The attorney I had paid to represent her was removed by the court. And a court-appointed the attorney who now represents her had her sign a plea deal. I seriously questioned my daughter's understanding of the plea deal, or that she signed with fully informed consent. In addition, I questioned her present attorney's motives. Roxana is now 17 years old. She will miss her high school prom, her graduation, her friends and family. She is desperate need of continued psychological help. She says, I would like to apologize to the family for not being the daughter they wished I would be, and I promise I will get better no matter what happens, and I will see Lucas and Angelica again. I'm sorry. Next up, we have a teen boy who got sentenced for 20 years for being involved in the robbery's plot. The twist though, he is paralyzed. What you have done is inexcusable in any community that values people. Clearly, what you have done not only hurt Miss Davidson and Mr. Motley, it has hurt this community as a whole. And I'm giving away to protecting the community and what I think is present dangerousness. So I am going to impose the 20 years in each of the two counts. And I believe that means essentially 12.5 years in prison and 7.5 years in extended supervision. So if my math is correct, Mr. Kring, you will be in your late 20s when this incarceration aspect of this case is over. And I think at that point you will be much less of the danger of the community than you are now. Next teen was in court for being a part of planned robbery that went wrong. She got 20 years just for being involved. I just want to say that I'm sorry. It could have been wrong that our son has to get shot. Because I did not even know he was communication, but my boyfriend and his friends get connected to do this. I did not even know what's going on until I was at wrong place at the wrong time. I just want to say I ask for forgiveness for a second chance so I can get out and finish school and I can make my mama proud. Since I am going to be her first child to bring home a high school diploma, and I just want to make my own cry because it cook now prepares a sentence to hear her sentence as her loved ones look on. Ms. Cook, here before the court for sentencing, a couple of things going in your favor. One, you did not hold a firearm during these episodes. That this section is that the victim luckily survived. That being said, this was intentional. It was an orchestrated ambush and you are a main part of that. I am going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of the all three charges, sends you to 20 years in state prison. Next teen actually deserves a sentence as harsh as it is. No human could possibly do what he did during his court hearing. Iran and my client want to address the court. Mr. Ray, what you would like to say? I just want to tell you I will be home soon. Or I will be Kyun, I love my family. That's all you got to say? That opportunity could have been used to show remorse to that court for his action. It was not. You know I have never in 23 years approximately ever not accepted a sentence agreement between the parties because it bargained for sentence by the parties, but watching you sit there, smile, laugh and shake your head like this was not big deal. I am very tempted to just say I am not going to accept this sentence agreement. We will go to trial and if you are convicted to felony murder, you will go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you die there. That's what I am tempted to do. The judge just has the authority to reject the plea deal. Mr. Whaler, do you want me to accept this sentence agreement? Your Honor, before I answer the court question, I would like an opportunity to discuss it with the victim's family. Okay, that court would not pass. It would appreciate. I am happy to do that. It's now up to the prosecutor. The fact that he was smiling is terrifying. He has got 25 or 35 years in prison without parole. A very lengthy discussion with the victim's mother and grandparents and some family members, they understand that obviously this is the defendant. He has brutally murdered their son by shooting at the back of the head. He has shown absolutely no remorse. However, the Glee family does not want to move on this. They want to get some closure from the case and they want to try and forgive this defendant in all of his action for what he did. and they're asking as well as the people that you proceed with a sentence. He has another opportunity to address the court, this time through his attorneys. Your Honor, my client asked me to apologize to the court. His smiling was no way meant as disrespectful either to the family, to the men, or to this court. My client is 17 years old. He has some emotional problems and frankly was scared in some appalled display fear. By smiling, he really meant no disrespect. He does take this very seriously and I think he does feel bad. Now for a teen boy who got a lot of years in prison for a robbery, offense aggravated for a robbery. Now that will also run consecutive to the 1-year firearm specification which by last one prior to and consecutively with the aggravated robbery sentence, so that is total of 6 years on those two charges and count. 3. The defender will granting credit for time served, but that will be taken off the non-mandatory 5-year term aggravated robbery. The court will also impose a sentence on time charge of the kind of sit for achievement stolen property motor vehicle that will be an 18-month equipment sentence. Up next is a girl who has multiple sentences on the same day. She definitely deserves it, but it is pretty harsh. You are going to be ordered to pay $2,125 in extradition fees. You are also going to be ordered to pay $5,000 in restitution to the victims of crime, and that will be done jointly and severally with the co-dependent on account 1. You are going to be sending the 48 to 120 months in the Nevada Department of Correction. On count 2, you are going to be sent to life in the Nevada Department of Production. For the possibility of parole after 20 years has been served plus the consecutive 24 to 60 months in Nevada Department of Correction. For the daily weapon enhancement, capital is ordered to run concurrent to count on the count 3. You are going to be sentenced to 22 to 180 bucks in the Nevada Department of Corrections. That's ordered to run the concurrency count 2. Count 4, you're going to be sentenced to 19 to 48 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections. That ordered to run concurrent to count 3. On count 5, you are going to be sentenced 19 to 48 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections. That's ordered to run concurrent to run count 4. On count 6, you are going to be sentenced to 19 to 41 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections. So that ordered you rank your current to count 5. You will be sentenced to 19 to 45 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections on count 7, which is to run concurrently with count 6. On count 8, you're going to be sent to 28 to 72 months in Nevada Department of Corrections. That's ordered concurrent to count 7. With that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this, click on the links you see on the screen. We will come back again with more content. Until then, goodbye.